This screencast, Kimball and I will guide you through giving feedback to your instructors following your course visits and instructor assessments. In the past, we've let TGLs give their instructors feedback according to their own discretion, with minor guidance to at least give feedback of some sort following instructor assessments. However, we recognize the benefit of guiding TGLs more clearly on the type of information we expect them to share with instructors, specifically during instructor assessments.
As we share these main points, please remember that giving and receiving feedback is one of the most important things you can do with members of your teaching group. The successful sharing of feedback improves teaching and learning, promotes career development, and improves the overall organization. Consider the following points as you complete the standards and course visit rubrics, planning to give feedback that meets the following guidelines.
First, let's talk about positives and negatives. Instructors can be overwhelmed when receiving pages of feedback about their teaching. Choose one or two positive points to make. Where does the instructor excel? How can you commend them? Likewise, limit your constructive points to one or two areas where the instructor's performance could use the most work.
Next, keep your focus on the instructor standards. How does your positive or negative feedback relate to our 5 standards? Does the instructor excel at developing relationships with and among students? If they need to leave better feedback on assignments, focus your feedback around the standard, inspire a love for learning.
Your feedback should also be specific and clear. Describe how the instructor develops relationships with their students, or specifically indicate how they could better embrace university citizenship. In addition, be clear about whether the instructor's work in the areas you are describing meets, exceeds, or falls below standards. Any areas on either the course visit or instructor standards rubrics where the instructor falls below standards must be clarified with the instructor. Help mentor and teach the instructor what they could do to meet standards in that area.
Finally, make sure your feedback is regular and follow up on commitments made. Each time you conduct a formal course visit, feedback should be given to the instructor. Likewise, when you complete your instructor assessments, while you should not share specific numerical scores with instructors, give them the formative information they need about where they are meeting, exceeding, or falling below standards. This feedback could be shared by phone, screencast, or email, but your feedback should be regular enough that the instructor feels comfortable with your method of sharing.
In closing, we want to share a few visual logistics about completing the instructor assessment form. Your form contains copies of the course visit rubric and the instructor assessment form, as well as a cover sheet for each instructor. On the cover sheet, rubric scores are combined for a final summative assessment of the instructor's teaching performance. Make sure you fill in the boxes for weaknesses and strengths, as well as including any notes you have in the additional notes box. While additional notes will not be shared with your instructor strengths and areas for improvement will be sent to each instructor from the home office at the close of the term. This semester, the home office will also share the instructor's overall category of performance, exceeds, meets, or below standards, rather than the instructor's overall numerical score. So make sure your feedback to the instructor matches what you put on your assessment form.
Though our transition will not be complete this fall, in the future you can expect to see a movement toward replacing numerical values on the course visit and standard rubrics to overall descriptive indicators. We hope you found the screencast helpful as you plan for and conduct assessments on your instructors this term.